eating over
capture
there
has
too.
started.
She said she's gained 5 pounds. I don't believe it.
I don't believe that
She
either.
can't gain 5
No way.
pounds. There's some, I mean, that's just endless.
What is that?
So recordings have started. And everybody
It says,
knows.
that's just great.
And I'm going to call us to order. I was trying to delay for just a second for, I hadn't heard from Pam, but I'm expecting her because of the subject, so hopefully she'll come slip in on us. Erica Grammer,
Riley Gaines, Barker, Shannon.
Trish Parker,
Plum
Mike Bryan.
and we want to welcome Cecilia at the table.
Welcome. And our directors.
Yes, and
Thank y'all.
also I was coming to you, I promise. I want to welcome you guys. Thank you for being present. And Steve had also let me know, I knew that Steve would not be here. He had a conflict with work. I haven't heard from Mr. Larry, but we do have quorum, so. All right. Marley, would you mind praying, please?
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. Let's bow our heads. Dear Heavenly Father, thank you for the opportunity to gather here with members of the community. We ask for your guidance today. Give us the ability to lead in the way that we were appointed to do. And as always, representing you and your embodiment for us and our salvation. In your name we praise. Amen.
Amen. Thank you.
And that brings us to the approval of the agenda. Do a motion to
Make a motion we
approve?
approve the agenda.
A second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Any abstentions? I think that was everybody. And then recognition of the public, but we have
Blank
acknowledged
page.
everyone who is here, and then there's no one in the.
I'm floored.
And so then that brings us to the reason of our special called meeting. This is just, the whole thing is budget. So the first thing on our agenda is to review, discuss, and vote on the 2026-27 annual budgets for the libraries of Sumner County. And this is so that they can be passed on to the budget committee with the commissioners. So this is the beginning of the process. So we did send out all of those files. I was going to hand this more over to the treasurer, but with her not being present, I can just say, are there any questions? Are there things that, have y'all had a chance to look through them? Are there any questions?
I do.
Okay.
In your Hendersonville budget, I couldn't tell from reading it. Have you
The newest
done?
one, I printed off versions of the newest if y'all need one.
Yes, that would be great.
So I sent an email today that it was later, so.
Well, I can't print off. I don't have the capacity to print off legal size. Yeah.
My printer is not happy with me right now.
Yeah,
Well,
I tried to print it too and I couldn't.
Thank you.
No, I don't.
You don't need one? Okay.
You have copies? Oh,
Thank you.
awesome.
Yeah, I did,
Thank
because
you.
I think the email was a little
Okay,
It's
you're
hard
later.
to
fine.
look out on your phone.
You're welcome.
Thank you.
We got one?
Emily, can I, if you have
Yes,
an
ma'am.
extra one, I'll take it.
Oh, wow. You've added another $100,000 to your budget since the last time I saw it.
So tell us the adjustments that you made between the other one that we had and the new one.
$98,000.
I was able to add, they had a lot of trouble with my file that she sent me. A lot of it was protected.
I saw
It's really
that
not
when
come
y'all
off.
emailed.
So I was not able to add the positions that I wanted to because it was,
Oh.
the cell was not working.
So once the cell was unlocked,
Right.
you were able to make those adjustments?
So I added both a part-time individual, and then I would like to add one full-time as well. So
So
they're in
So I see the full-time
Mhm.
cataloging library clerk, but which one of these, is it the P? Part-time library
Yes.
clerk, that one, okay.
Right, and then when you add something to that, you just put the money that you'd be paying them, just add it, and then after it is approved or not, if it is approved, then they send out another sheet and you list like what each part-time is gonna be paid.
Yeah, we'll have that at budget.
Right, but this time you just add the amount to it.
It's in there, so is that why
Yes.
your cost went from, it,
It was definitely part of the reason. The budget that I came into, was not even, it started off short. And so if you look at last year's budget, it already has $13,000 short. And when I started, one of the categories, they had already used 75% of that.
that
So-
was where she bought that $13,000 from 2 years ago. Is that why it was short? You don't know?
I have no clue.
And
Well,
what is the
actually, I can
category?
tell you what some of it was. The director before me did not take insurance, and then they did not account for a new director to take
Oh,
insurance, and I
okay.
did.
Okay.
And so,
Oh, okay.
when I came in,
So that's okay.
right,
So have you taken any steps to figure out how you can be open on Fridays?
well, I do have a question about that. One, I think we're gonna need a new staff member, which is why I put it in for the other full-time staff. Because we're working as a skeleton crew as it is, and, part-time, they can't work more than 29 hours. So it would really, if we get to where we're working on Friday, would we have another day off like the other libraries or no? Yeah.
I think the city of Hendersonville is wanting you to be open 6 days a week because of the level, because you're a level
Yeah.
5.
They never brought anything to me as far as like a plan or anything, or a phone call or anything.
Well, there've been multiple,
Okay.
It's been an ongoing
It's-
thing for
yes.
a long time.
Right, I
It's
just haven't
not
seen
yet.
an official thing, does that make
Right,
sense?
right.
It's not been on any agenda, so, I'm welcome to discuss it, completely open
Do
it
you
out, but I
think
think we need
adding
another
that
staff.
part-time person and that full-time person would enable you to shell game in
I
a way
think
that
so.
would work?
I think it would work definitely.
okay.
What would that do to, I forget the word I'm looking for, but to our agreement with the MO?
Yeah, the
Well,
MOU.
Yes.
Well,
Yeah.
if she can, if you can do it within this budget, it won't,
16 employees.
as it
Yeah.
goes up, it stays up, right?
Mhm.
Once it goes up,
Mhm.
it
Right.
stays up.
Yeah, I mean, that's kind of the principle behind
Right.
it,
Yeah.
that if you do it, you stay there. But we also had conversations about like if there's a testing that, you can apply for that, and let us
Right,
know if you want
right.
to test it for you, but yeah, that's the principle, if you go there, you stay there, or you are.
Right.
So if we
Right.
can get there in the budget, we can apply for the testing to see if it works out.
Well, we talked about it in commission budget before you came last spring. So the interim director, Kristen Lima, was working on figuring out how to get the library open on Fridays for 8 hours. That it has been the request of the mayor, Clary. And he said that I spoke with him, and I'm sure I could get it in writing if that's what the board required. But he doesn't care if there are any programs, he just wants it open 8 hours on Friday. So, so do several of the aldermen, and they are willing to up your donation from $50,000 a year to $70,000 a year. So that will offset some of that. So it can be as lean as you need it to be on Fridays.
So you said it would up their donation, when do we receive their donation?
Well, they're in budget now, just
They
like
are,
we
okay.
are, so it would come when you normally get your $50,000 a year, which
Which is
I'm
what you're
assuming
gonna
will be July or August.
Okay, because there's no record of that.
of the $50,000
No,
donation?
no record of that, or anything that Kristen did.
Because it,
There's
there's,
Kristen was working on it, the interim director. Kristen,
yes.
But I don't have those files either, so,
Well, that's
Yeah.
fine, but she had come to budget, and budget,
okay.
she was here for commission budget
Mhm,
during the budget hearings.
mhm.
And she was told, if you can figure out a way to make this happen, and one of the ways was going from the TLC back to the atrium, because TLC was so expensive compared to atrium. So that was one way that we were looking at it. We don't want to figure it out because you know what you need at your library.
Right, I just was not aware that I received anything from the city,
Well, it comes to
y'all.
the county,
Okay.
and it's applied to your overall
Okay,
budget.
okay.
That's a
So
good
it's not like you get a separate check.
Okay.
So there's not anything I need to do to get that right, is there? I mean, do I have to write an official?
So would that
No,
be
they-
included in this, what?
Just
what
all-
So what,
this is?
so what the city does, the
Mhm.
city of Hendersonville, is they put it in their not-for-profit, their line.
Mhm.
So when they go through their budget, they automatically give $50,000 out of their not-for-profit goes to the libraries. And then, and I may not be saying not-for-profit line correctly, I get those mixed up, their donation line.
Yeah.
So that automatically, they send that to the finance department.
Mhm.
We don't ever see that, we don't vote on that, and it shows up in your MOE. When you look at the MOE that, Erica signs and that Cecilia prints out from the state, you will see that there's a gift of $50,000. So they're willing to take that up to 70,000, if you can figure out how to
Mhm.
do that. And I have been assured that once we have the library open on Fridays for the 8-hour day,
Mhm.
that automatically will increase. But they do need, I think they would like to know that you're working towards it. It would require the board to vote to raise her hours, the extra 8 hours. But I don't think that we're in a position to continually tell the city of Hendersonville, which is the highest retail sales tax contributor to this county, you can't have 8 more hours.
Mhm.
I don't, because it is all over social media, the citizens want it, the aldermen want it. People ask me all the time, why, when I run to Hendersonville on Fridays to do whatever, why isn't the library open? I can't use the library on Fridays when I have my grandkids. As a homeschooler, Fridays for me were the day I went to the library.
Yeah, we did that too, we homeschooled.
Because
We did the
so
same thing.
Fridays, we took tests, it was an early day, and we did fun things on Friday.
Yeah, that's what
And
we
that
did.
included the Friday, which is why I used the Goodlettsville Library, because they were open on Fridays, and the Hendersonville Library never was. That was one of the reasons. So I just think it's not anything that we can continue to delay. I don't think it's a good PR thing. I don't think it's good for the citizens, and the county's continuing to grow.
I'd like to meet him. So I've never been face to face with him at all.
Mayor Clary?
Well, I'm sure if you called him, he would
He
meet
would
with
schedule a
you.
meeting for sure, yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
I guess I'm surprised that he hasn't already, like reached out.
Well, maybe.
He's been barking up other trees for a while, so
Mhm.
that could be why.
But that's not really, it's not a decision that Jamie Clary gets to make. It's a request he can make. It's a
Right.
decision that the county makes because we do the vast amount of funding.
Mhm.
Well, vast amount. We do 99% of the funding. So, so that's just something that we need
So
to take
in
care
order
of.
to do that, is there something official that I need to do with you guys? I mean,
Well,
You'd
yeah,
have to approve that.
Yeah.
right, just let me know the
And-
process
and
of what I need to do.
So I think the first step is you coming up with a plan.
so since it's in the budget, I will make a motion that we go ahead and have Ms. Higdon begin work on figuring how she can be open 8 hours on Friday.
So just starting the planning part of
Right,
it.
because we're doing budget, our budget will be done, we start our budget here at the county, March 25th starts our hearings. And I believe that budget would be happy to go ahead and do that. So I sit on budget, and that was something that we were wanting last year. So I would make that motion that we go ahead.
And
you
approve
get
her
that?
to explore that,
Yes,
Okay,
or
just
even,
Explore a plan.
to develop a plan.
I would further make the motion that we go ahead and say she can be open the extra 8 hours on Friday upon an approved budget.
Curiosity question, that is somewhat on topic, but not, is that something that
It
I can
costs-
do that?
Hmm,
Is that something we can do
in a special call?
on the special call with the voting?
Yes,
Your
because it
budget.
relates to her
Because it's
budget.
budget
Because it may cost more, it may increase your budget. You're asking for more staff. You say that these staff could contribute to you being open on Fridays. So,
So, do you mind stating that again, what your motion is?
It's ask Emily Higdon to develop a plan for Hendersonville to be open on Friday and for 8 hours. And that was the first part of it. There was another part was to go ahead and
Go ahead.
allow
the
experimentation.
motion is to go ahead and
Mhm.
vote, for us to vote, for her to open the extra 8 hours on Friday, pending approval of what you come up with for the cost.
The logistics
Yes.
of that.
Okay, so let me just
That's a very
restate.
complicated, so.
Ask Emily Higdon to develop a plan for Hendersonville to be open on Friday for an additional 8 hours and enact that plan pending approval
Yes,
of the board.
yes.
That makes sense?
So if, once I submit the plan to you, then you vote to approve.
Right.
Right? So I don't open.
No,
No,
you don't
not
open yet, but my motion, the intent of my motion is that we approve you to be open on Fridays for 8 hours pending
The plan.
budget,
Mhm.
the county commission paying for this to happen.
Right.
Okay, so pending, so
Yes.
not
That'll work
approval of
within
us,
what
approval of
her
the
current
county
budget.
commission approving the budget.
Yes.
Mhm.
Okay,
Well, the board has to give permission for her to be open that extra 8 hours.
okay.
So I guess I'm asking, that's my motion, for us to vote.
Approve that they can be
Okay,
open.
so
Yes.
y'all approve it. I mean, I don't have to, y'all are not waiting to see a plan. You're just.
Yes, we are waiting to see a plan.
Yeah, we're gonna,
Okay, so-
We're saying we're
So the
gonna be
motion
open on
is
Friday in Hendersonville,
to
and
come
we
up with
need
a
you to make a
plan.
plan of how that's
Right.
gonna happen.
for her,
And then
and then
we'll
she
come back.
submits that to us for approval.
Mhm.
Is that what the motion is? Okay.
no.
No, that's not the
I
motion.
am motioning that we say the Hendersonville Library can be open upon approval of her budget by the budget committee.
So we vote once and then it's,
Yes. So once we vote, she has permission from us to be open on Fridays for 8 hours,
But she will come back and present.
pending the
She gets
approval.
the money.
So we don't have to vote again on whether or not she can be open
We're just
as a
gonna
board.
discuss her plan of how she's gonna do it once it's
Like which
approved
day
and
I'm
budget.
enacting it.
Yes,
How
not
she's
which
gonna
day,
do it.
right.
How
Right.
she's gonna do it.
Because we're in budget season, the city of Hendersonville will want to know,
Mhm.
to go ahead and budget that extra 20,000.
Mhm.
They can't do that. They're not going to do that without us as a board approving her to be open on Fridays, pending the budget committee and the full commission approve it in June or July or whenever we do our budget. So I would say probably a start date would be sometime in August or September.
Right.
Because we don't have to have our budget here at the county done until September 1st,
Okay.
so.
Yeah, this is for fiscal year
Yeah,
27.
When I
27.
When I submit the plan to county commission, what all, I mean.
Well, we'll have our budget hearings start March 25th.
Mhm.
We will
They'll
have a
schedule one.
yeah,
They'll schedule one with you. There'll be do
Yeah.
y'all all normally come together at the same time?
Yeah.
Yeah, they'll schedule a time that y'all come and talk, like Clint has to come and defend extensions budget.
So those budget hearings are March 25th and 26th. And we'll have a library board meeting before then in March, so we can add that presentation of your budget.
That's in a week from today.
Yeah, we have that ready on the 4th.
March 4th.
Oh my goodness, it
That's
is.
Oh, yeah, we
March
made it
meeting.
right, didn't we?
And I asked if it could be the third week, and y'all said no, it
There's
needed to
another
be
one on the
the first.
11th.
Yeah, because we usually
It's
do it on
not.
the
Yeah, there's
second.
two on the calendar.
Well, that's okay.
One on the
We'll just have
11th.
them all
Yeah,
done.
I mean,
So
We'll get a 6-week
it's been
break.
rescheduled to the 4th because of like the official, when we voted on our schedule, it's
So
the
it is gonna be
4th.
on the 4th.
Because
And it's
spring
only
break.
because it would typically be on the 11th, but it's during spring break.
Okay.
Wait,
So I need to have the
what's on
plan by the 4th.
March 4th,
Next
which
week.
is what we
The
voted
library
on.
board is-
It can be loose.
We voted for
For
that.
us.
Y'all voted for
We
that.
just have to see you headed in that direction because
Is it at
the,
4?
the slicing and dicing will take place
To the 4th.
at the budget hearing with the county commissioners.
Right.
So if you can just be headed in
No
that
big deal.
direction.
So do I need to, how do I get myself on the agenda for that? Who do I send?
Hang on a second.
Okay.
First of all, there has not been a second to my motion.
I second.
Okay.
Oh, did you?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, I'm sorry, I didn't hear it. And
No, I
then, sorry, I didn't hear. And then, so then, now ask your question again.
How do I get on their agenda? Who do I need?
The
They
budget
will
committee.
contact you,
Jessica.
Jessica or Beth will send you an email and they'll say, here's your scheduled time for that whatever day it is. And it's usually, it's in the afternoon.
It's usually the first day in the
And
afternoon.
actually presenting, I like y'all to come because when we have questions on the budget, at the budget table, the chairman can't always answer them, nor can the treasurer, because sometimes there are more specific questions to your operations. And you will know because you will come and present the budget, or will you send Pam?
When is that? Because I'm new to this.
25th,
25th
26th.
and 26th.
They'll send you an email. So, it's 9 to
know
5 for 2 days for me, so.
I know that last year, I know that the chairman and the treasurer were present, so.
The chairman presented, but I don't remember what it says in the bylaws.
And we've actually done it ourselves.
Yes.
Before that, so, yeah.
Joy's on.
Being you.
And I'll be honest with you, I prefer it if y'all submit your own budgets. Because then when we have questions, we can ask y'all, we don't have
Yeah.
to suspend rules and do whatever, we don't.
Well, I think the thought behind that is, once we went through the 10 modules and we heard what it was supposed to be compared to how it was functioning, the board was not involved in that process. It was just the directors that were presenting, and the board was not even a part of that conversation. When we watched through the 10 modules of how it's meant to function, because we are the governing body, we've corrected that of putting the board back involved in that portion. It's actually a protective measure for them, is to present for them, but they can be present so that questions can be asked. But I've watched that happen, and that's what I've seen. That's why those changes, why it used to be one way and why it has been recently from coming through the board, so yes, that's the plan. But I agree, I think it's great for them to be present so that questions can be asked, because y'all are the ones who are gonna know your needs, your libraries more. So, I respect that too. Okay, so we had a first and a second, and I did allow a lot of conversation. I'm sorry, because I should have gotten that second before we even went into all that conversation. Can you please restate
Restate?
what we're voting on?
I can, and let's make sure this is correct. The motion is to ask Emily Higdon to develop a plan for Hendersonville to be open on Friday for an additional 8 hours, comma, and enact that plan pending approval of the budget committee from the county or the budget from the county commission, because it would go from the committee to ultimately the commission. Once the commission approves it, then it's there.
And let me ask if I understand the intent behind. The intent is to okay this as a board, that she could have Fridays for 8 hours, open, obviously. As long as the money is available, okay, through the budget, so that the monies to support Fridays is available. That's what this is all
Yes.
depending on. is
Yes,
that.
from budget,
Okay.
from the county commission
And
budget.
there is an understanding that city commits to up their amount to help that be a yes through the budget.
Yes, it has always, for 2 years, they've been dangling the $20,000.
Mhm.
So it would be 70. So that's just, you can just start with an extra 20,000, just, you're going to have to plan with that extra $20,000. So if we pass this, then I know somebody on the budget, they're having budget hearings tonight at the city.
Oh,
I will
okay.
let him know that they can go ahead and start.
Got it.
Yeah, I know him quite well,
Okay.
yes.
So
It's
we'll,
my husband.
Okay.
are we ready to vote on that?
I think so.
Yeah.
All right, so, all in favor, say aye.
Aye.
And I need to see hands, because just from my brain. Any opposed? And that was it. We were, all right, unanimous on that, so that carries. Okay, so to bring us, are there any questions since we are talking specifically about Hendersonville at the time, are there any other questions for her?
Do you know if you can open one day for $70,000 for the year? Do you have any idea in your mind about that yet?
Her budget.
Well, it's not even, because
She's already
been getting
included the
50.
50.
Well, yeah.
Yeah.
So, but that's not been going toward an extra day, right?
Right.
That's just been going in the budget.
Mhm. So I put, when I was making the budget, the full-time position, I was gonna start it at, around 33,000, and compared to my other kind of library clerks, that would work. And part-time, if you look at, well, you don't have the hours, but a lot of my part-time are really more seasonal. So they may work like, I've got a guy who works 10 hours a week. I mean, he has a day job. So he works primarily like on the weekends and then like one night during the week. So a lot of mine, like I said, if you add them together, it would equal a part-time position. So I know I have enough already for the part-time. And we add to the budget, I'll be fine for the full-time, which is gonna be needed, especially for that Friday. So, yeah.
Just wondered about that.
Well, I think you could also cut programs, I mean, wherever you can just,
Mhm.
to get towards that. Yeah.
This, when I stepped into this, yeah, we did not have enough for quite a few bills to be paid. And so I had
Did you
to
factor in it all going to Atrium?
I did. We would be breaking the contract. It'd be over $12,000 to break.
So how much longer is your contract?
I think a year and a half.
And
So she was a
I was
2-year
present,
contract?
I was present through that conversation of why they chose to stay with what they were doing. There's a lot of things about the amount
With the collection.
of the collection, that was the big concern at that time and has proven to continue to be a concern.
So when you talked with him at Atrium, he said they were worried about that? Because when I've talked with him at Atrium, that is not a concern.
It was never a concern of his, I don't think. It was a concern, my understanding, from the staff at the library.
The only thing I heard, and it is hearsay, I'm not gonna lie to you about that, was that the person who was cataloging didn't want to change.
That I definitely think was part of it. I mean, obviously I wasn't on staff at the time, so.
Correct, and
What I'm telling
that
you
was
is
what
also
that's what I've been
hearsay.
told.
But what-
But I don't think that's a legitimate concern.
But what I
So-
saw with that was not a not willingness. It was a concern
Right.
because of, they did not have, libraries that had that large of a collection at the time. And when they went in, and there were multiple collection people that were working with it, they were really trying to give it a try.
From Atrium side or the Hendersonville
So-
side?
So Hendersonville collection people working on trying to make the shift. There's y'all could use the different wordings, there was like a trial thing.
Migration.
It was
Your
the
migration.
easiest migration
Yeah.
that ever occurred in the history of libraries.
Yeah, but there was a kind of a thing where you could kind of.
Sandbox?
A sandbox.
Yes,
Mhm.
sandbox.
Sandbox.
Thank you. I was like looking for that. Where they were trying things and they were having problems with that and then having concerns in their conversation with Atrium about the collection, how large it was. And so at that time, that's why they didn't change over.
I have a correction to make, please.
Okay.
Go ahead, Amy.
So you asked about the contract. Contract actually is up in the summer.
Yeah.
That was an issue because the summer reading program, and we had so many new staff members, just no consistency at all. So it was just bad timing too. But it goes through, I
That's
think.
what I
June.
thought, it's June 30th, I think. Because that was the thing, by the time we would have gotten our budget approved on the county commission, she would have then been breaking the contract. So it might not be a bad idea to begin researching going to Atrium, because if you can save $20,000 on your program, because I think that's what the numbers were, it was like 30-something thousand dollars for TLC, but 12,000 for Atrium. So that, I'm just telling you, those are the numbers that we had, so a year ago, so that may be something, because we were going to take money from the donation to offset that. But then she quit and everything,
Have it.
just rolled over. And so here we are. So that's what I thought, you were near the end of that contract
Yeah,
period.
it's June.
Because I know we did not approve a multi-year on that, so I didn't
It was
think, I
June.
thought it might be wrong when you said
Yeah, 'cause
18.
I can see
Well,
where
I
summer
did-
would not be a prime time to try to do that,
Well, we
but.
did,
Right.
and y'all allowed us to close for 2 days for training, because they wanted
Yeah.
us to train, and it didn't affect programming at all.
Yeah.
Anita.
I was just gonna say, before we did our transfer and everything, my cataloger had extreme concerns also. She is an MLS, person, she has her master's degree and everything, she is very detailed when it comes to cataloging. She was very skeptical about going to Atrium. Since then, she loves it. She cannot say enough about it. I mean, she loves the way it works, she loves the detail it puts into it, the information, the way she enters it, everything. She loves it, and she was probably the most skeptical person I think.
And I was
I've
too
ever
when
met.
I went, because it was the fourth operating system I was gonna have to learn. And I was also gonna have to pay for it, and I resisted it for a couple, 3 years. And finally she was like, okay, I'll split it with you, because it was almost my whole budget to do that in a year, which meant I wasn't getting a lot of books that year. And so they agreed to split it, so I paid half 1 year and half the next. And I have not regretted going to that, like I said, but I drug myself in there because I was like, this is the fourth one I will have had to learn.
And doesn't it interact with the school libraries?
Yes.
So
It's the
then-
same.
Yeah.
If they're not connected,
Yeah.
but they're the
Oh, they're
same,
not-
the
oh,
same
okay.
program. But no, but that would allow us the ability to do something like Nashville Public has done, because we would all have that same system. That opens that potential, because without it,
You
you
say what
can't.
Nashville Library?
Nashville Public has a partnership with their schools, and so I can have a kid at my school request a book that you have at Hendersonville that I don't have, and there's a courier that delivers books to all the libraries and to all the schools every day. So it opens up a big wide door for the interlibrary loan potential.
Like
It's pretty nice.
county interlibrary.
Yes,
loan potential,
but it's
okay.
within, that's what I'm saying, but there's a special courier that visits the schools every day, I'm sure in Metro, multiple.
Yes.
A few,
Metro's awesome,
not just
yes.
one person, but that was how they connected, the school library, they called it,
Limitless library.
yes, Limitless Libraries. Yes, so, super cool feature, but if y'all, with us all being on the same, that opens that potential for sure, if that was something to be pursued.
And that really is a good, if it can be done in our county, because when you have classes that have reading assignments, And not everybody I mean, even when I was in school, not everybody could afford to go buy the literature. So they depended on getting it from the library. So, and if you were at, the school library didn't have enough. In the 20th century, I couldn't go to another school. And then you would go to the public library, and they would all be gone too. Now, I don't think they do as many joint reading
People are a
activities as
little
they
more
used
prone
to.
to buy.
But, and plus, there weren't used bookstores online like there are now.
So
but
I wanna reinforce, just encourage you to look into that and see, and, I mean, now what is to the benefit that wasn't before is they have been now currently using it, so they're definitely a great resource where you can check in with them and see.
Definitely reach out to my cataloger, she'll give you her bottom line advice.
Reach out to
Dorothy.
All right.
Yes.
Yes.
And just so, in case you want to know bigger library, because I know collection size is a big
Yeah.
part of this, so if you email me, I can send you a report of who has it in the state. And I
Okay.
know there
That
are
would be
a couple of level 5 libraries that have already,
Yeah, I don't have any concerns about your collection size.
so that might
And then being
help
able
a
to
little
handle
bit.
That would be helpful, thank you, I appreciate that. Are
Are
there any other
I'm sorry, is there any like vote that we need? No, we don't
No.
need anything, just, okay, that's it, that was my question.
any questions, any further questions for Hendersonville Library? All right, are there any that have arisen for the other libraries? Have you been able to look through those? I don't know if we need to individually, I did not put them in the agenda individually, so that if we wanted to group vote, we could, or if we need to vote individually. So, so I'm just checking in with y'all about that.
I do want to say thank you for this. This old lady size. Very pleased.
I was gonna do mine that way, but.
Oh, it's okay. I mean, it's fine. I really like it. It does not require me
I have to have it on the
to.
computer so I can blow them up, so thank you.
I estimate for a magnifying glass.
Are there any questions for the other libraries?
Did any of y'all have anything that you wanted to speak to in your budget?
Or you don't have any changes in yours, do you?
I basically
Just your
stuck to just the 2% on the salary.
And we still don't have revenues, by the way.
I was sort of say, you don't know whether it's gonna be the 2% or maybe 3% or 4% or 5%.
Oh, well, you know,
Hear what?
it is election year, you never know. It depends on who wants to be reelected and who wants to keep their seat. I mean, who wants to make the other person look bad.
So,
But
My
we don't
staff
have
would
that.
greatly appreciate a higher rate, so.
Well, last year's was 3%,
Yeah.
right? Yeah.
so are there any questions? And if there are, I'm fine, I'd be glad to be patient. Otherwise, I would entertain a motion for them to be, what's the word?
Grouped and approved.
Grouped
Grouped and approved.
Group,
and
yes.
approved.
I make a motion that we group and approve all the rest of them.
Do you want to do that for A
Second.
and B?
That would be fine with me.
Yeah, that's my
Because those are
motion.
entered, we'll do that in budget.
A and B, yes.
Okay, 5A and 5B on the agenda.
And
Yeah.
because the treasurer is not here, I don't have those like specifics, so, I can share them with you if y'all need to see them. But, I would entertain that
The
motion. So
individual
do I have a
ones,
first and a second?
is that what you're
I
saying,
make a
Erica? The
motion,
individual
so somebody-
papers that Pam had given us last time?
Of the,
Each
of the
person's
requested changes, that were made, because you said A and B, correct?
Yes.
Yeah,
that's
B.
what I said.
Yeah,
I make
B's.
a motion.
So he
B will
made the
come to us.
motion,
I'll second.
and he made a second.
Can we discuss this real quick?
Yes,
Just real
it's
quick, just-
open
And
for,
it's a question for all of you all. Do any of you all, you're comfortable with the process? Do you have any questions that you haven't had addressed or want to discuss? Okay. That's good.
Emma?
So from here, once it's approved, we just go
You're-
ahead and send it.
They're gonna make you, they'll let you know the
Okay.
25th, 26th.
Do y'all want us to send it to finance, or do you want us to send it to Pam, so she sends all 5 together?
No, I think we can just send
No.
it.
What do y'all usually do?
We send them to Jessica.
Yeah,
That's what
yeah.
I'm saying.
Jessica Allison, is that?
You know,
Jessica
send it
Allison,
to
yeah.
Jessica Allison or whoever's in the email that says to send it to
Right.
by, and then just gonna copy the whole board, it's just easier.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, that's,
Right.
if you'll do that, that'd be,
Yeah.
Are we
that's
doing this
fine.
tomorrow?
Okay, so there's a first and there's a second. Are there any other discussions or questions?
I'm sorry, what is B?
B says, vote on directions, director's request. I just put my glasses on.
Director's
Line
request.
changes of current 2025, 2026 budget.
They had
There were a few.
insurance and I don't,
Like I had last year.
I don't know why they sent it to us to vote on, because usually it just comes straight to budget. Just like y'all have all brought things to budget
So there's,
before.
I think there is that, it's that same thing of what I said earlier. It's the board is supposed to be involved in any of those changes because we vote on them at this point in the area. When changes happen, we're supposed to be involved in the voting. We have over the years not been, and it's been a correction of trying to bring that back into order, not trying to slow down process, but trying to bring us back into the order of that. So it's not a control thing, it's just trying to bring it back into what our responsibility is. So that is why.
So to get on the March agenda, I think we have to submit it the 29th of February.
Yeah, that's
Of
why
the
we have
last
the
day of
meeting this
February.
week. Oh, it's the 28th.
28th this year.
28th.
Yeah,
28th this year, yes, on a leap year.
yeah,
Okay,
yeah. It's
So-
Friday.
are we ready to
I
vote?
mean, Friday's the
Are-
last business
Are there
day.
any other discussions or questions about the motion? All right, so all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Can I see hands? So, any noes? And that is all, we're unanimous. So that
Motion to adjourn.
Second.